Hey Floss Tube, this is Jenna X Stitches and this is my March update video. So I want to thank you guys for coming and watching my video today. It's probably going to be a really short video because I did get a lot of stitchy time, but I didn't work on a variety of projects. So there are only a few projects who have some work on them, and I also don't have so many finishes, which that's typical of me. So I do want to start, oh, my computer screen turned on. I do want to start with just some of my finishes. So this one was in progress on my last video, and so I finished Shane holding a chicken from Stardew Valley. And I made him into a little keychain charm. And then I also finished the little Stardew Bunny he was finished last time, but he wasn't put on the felt or cut out or anything like that. So now he's all done, and he's also a charm. And these I give away on my Twitch channel, which I'll put a link below, and I'll try to insert some text here too as well for it. And I finished this POW block. So it is now a little charm as well. So those are my fully finished projects. I do have one finished. So I was working on the Shiny Zorua last time by Charlie Minion, and I finished her, I think, like right at the end of February. So it was after I had recorded my video. And this is done on 14 count Ida that I hand dyed myself. And again, the pattern is by Charlie Minion, and you can find her store on Etsy. I'll link it below. And she's also a Twitch cross-stitch streamer as well. And this was really fun to work on. And I don't know if I said it, but it's a shiny Zorua, so it's not Zorua and it's normal colors. I really love how the blues came out, and all of the little purples here look really good. So I'm hoping to, I don't know how I want to finish this. It's definitely for a giveaway on my Twitch stream. I was thinking of just, stitching it onto some felt and just kind of leaving it like a little poofy, so it's not like a pillow, but it's like, I don't know, I have the idea in my head, but I can't verbalize it. So that was one of my finishes as well. And now on to my whips. So I only have 3 whips that had progress this month. I did get a lot of stitchy time, but also in New York City in February, public schools got a week of midwinter break. So instead of 2 weeks off for Christmas, we get 1 week off for Christmas, and then we get a midwinter break in February, which is really nice. I actually would prefer it rather than getting 2 weeks in December. So I went to visit my boyfriend, and I think I only took 2 projects with me. So that's also why maybe I don't have as much progress on a variety of projects. Like I have progress, but it's not on like a bunch of projects. So this is what the Megaman piece will look like when it's finished. I'll insert a picture, and I'll also insert a picture of what it looked like the last time you guys saw it. And this is what it looks like now. It is done, oh my gosh, on 14 count white Ida. Is it? No, sorry, 18 count. 18 count white Ida, and as you can see, I've done a lot more on this piece. I've basically almost completely finished one half of Spark Mandrill's face, and this is panel number 12 of 15 for this piece. And if you don't know, this project is from Megaman X. It is the Boss Select screen. And then I've worked on a little bit of the lettering here. And was this? No, this wasn't part of it. Just this, a little bit on the bottom here. And then I completely finished these little bars here on below Storm Eagle. So I'm really happy with how this is coming out. And this is like one of my pieces to finish this year. I definitely want to get it done. So that is my progress on my Megaman piece. The pattern is not available because I made it myself. And I'm sort of stitching the entire thing before I release it, just to make sure, you know, all the colors work out. There are a few colors I'm thinking about changing, and when I completely finish the project, I'll see if I release the pattern. I know I have a few people on Twitter who have been asking me for the pattern, but I'm not quite ready yet to release it. Okay. And also I'm working on, oh my gosh, I always forget what issue this is from. I'm working on a giraffe, like a silhouette of a giraffe piece from one of the Cross Stitch Crazy magazines, if I remember the issue. I'll put it at the bottom. And I have a picture of what it'll look like when it's done. And then I also have a picture of what it looked like the last time you guys saw it. And this is what it looks like now. So I'm actually rotating on this piece right now. So it's in my rotation. I'm 2 days in. I rotate 5 working days on a project. So even if it's a half hour of work, I count it. So here it goes. So I'm starting on the second little giraffe here. I started some of the back stitching on the mama giraffe. I started the little tree, and then I'm still working on this massive amount of black at the bottom. I honestly, I don't know if you guys can see it, but I'm honestly unsure about my coverage, and see if I can get it to focus. I don't think I can. I've been thinking about restarting, as crazy as it sounds, and doing it with 3 strands, but I feel like when you look at it from a distance, especially the way I see it on the camera, it doesn't look so bad. But either way, my boyfriend loves it, so I don't know. Yeah, I don't know how I feel about it. And this is on 14 count white Ida that I had hand dyed myself using RIT dyes. So that's my progress on that piece, and I only have one more whip to show you guys, and it is the Pokemon TCG card based on the original artwork. I do a lot of nerdy stitching on my Floss Tube channel, as you guys have noticed. I know it's not everyone's thing, but it's my thing. And this is a picture of what it'll look like when it's finished. And I had the littlest amount of progress on it the last time you guys saw it, and here's that. And this was one of the pieces I took with me to my boyfriend's house when I went to visit him during my midwinter break, and so this is how much I got done while I was there. So I did a lot of the bubbles on this corner, and I started working over here. Squirtle's getting his little face. There was only one color I didn't bring with me when I went to visit him, and I think it was the darker green, so I did a little bit of that when I got home. Forget what else I wanted to say about this piece. Oh, I usually have stitched these on like regular Ida, but I decided to use some of this white plastic canvas. I have so much of it because I keep accidentally ordering the white one instead of the clear one on Amazon, and then I don't want to return it. So I'm giving it a try on some of this stuff. This will also be for a giveaway on my Twitch channel. And I think that's all I want to say about this. It is available for free, so I will link the pattern below. And now onto my, so the projects that have no progress, so which I'm not going to show, are my Super Metroid piece and my Epic Pokemon. Sadly, I have no progress on my Epic Pokemon, which when I was thinking of planning this video and I was writing down all my notes, I'm like, I can't believe I didn't work on Epic Pokemon at all. So that makes me a little bit sad, but that means it'll be in the next video, for sure. Okay, so for stitch-alongs, I am doing the class schedule stitch-along by Armada Designs. I know that it is currently, I'm recording this video on March 12th, and I haven't started the March square yet. I've just been so busy, and my boyfriend just finished visiting me here in New York, and yeah, just a lot of other things on my mind. But I finished the potion square for February, and the modifications that I did for that one was I added some Kreinik for the steam coming out of the cauldron, and then I added some Kreinik on the red and purple potion bottles. It's really hard for me to zoom in on my phone. I don't know if I have to adjust some kind of settings, but anytime I bring it close, it sort of gets really weird looking. But so yeah, you can't really see it that well. Anywho, I'm really enjoying this cell. And the March block is herbology, so I'm really excited to start that one. Let's see. And then I'm also working on the Game of Thrones Stitch Along by Carrie Warning, who is another Twitch cross-stitch streamer. She also has an Etsy shop, and I'll link her below as well. If some of you guys are not familiar, I do stream live cross-stitching on Twitch. I don't stream live on YouTube. But if you ever want to catch me, I typically stream on Tuesdays and Sundays, in the afternoon on Sundays and in the evening on Tuesdays. So this is the Game of Thrones Stitch Along. I am also behind on this one as well. I just, like, I've had stitchy time. I guess I want to kind of say that my stitchy bug is maybe going away a little bit. Like, I still love to find time to cross stitch, but I find that if I don't know, like, I guess I don't like go out of my way to like cross stitch. Anywho, but when I do cross stitch, I spend a few hours doing it. So I think the last time I showed this piece to you guys, I was on the O. I might have something to insert. And yeah, so the R is done, which is, gosh, I always forget all the houses, but I'm not gonna bother because I can't remember. The N, E, and then this is going to be the H. And the Sal is currently on the S. So a new piece releases every Saturday for this one, instead of monthly like the class schedule Sal. Okay, now onto my plans. So I've talked in the past 3 videos about starting the Dark World map from Legend of Zelda. It's another BAP, so it's another big ass project for me. And so I've been sort of shuffling my feet about starting because I really want to get more done on either the Metroid piece or my Megaman piece, because those are 2 of my big ass projects. And I kind of don't want to start another until one of those is close to being done or we're done. But a Joann sale happened while I was at my boyfriend's house, and so I decided to get all of the thread that I needed for the Dark World piece, which I'll insert a picture of it. And I also did a poll on Discord. So when I finished my Zorua piece, which I counted, did I count this as a large or a medium? I forget what I counted this project as. Maybe it was a medium project. I put up a poll for my viewers to pick what project they would like me to work on next, or start rather. And I can't remember, I don't think the Dark World was in a list of those options, but I had like the Luna and Artemis cat from Sailor Moon, that they're in the yin yang symbol, which is really cute. And I forget what else I had, but I know a lot of people said the choice is really hard. But all of that said, my viewers decided for me to start on a Tangled piece. So I'll put a picture of what it'll look like when it's finished here. I am really obsessed with the movie Tangled. It took me a while to watch it. I saw it for the first time last year, I think, and it has a lot of significance for me in that it was the first movie me and my boyfriend watched together. We weren't in person when we watched it. We watched it together on Skype, but I just remember watching that movie and, like, I don't know. Anywho, it holds a lot of significance for me. So I did get thread for that project as well. I'm just sort of like, I haven't decided on what Ida I want to do it on. I don't know if I want to do it on white. I don't know if I want to hand dye something for it. I also don't know if I want to do it on maybe a light blue, or sort of like not exactly this color, but lighter. So maybe, you know, just like a really beige or, you know, off-white Ida fabric. So if you guys have any suggestions, I'm totally open to it. I have no idea what I want to do. Anywho, those are my plans. Now, on to my haul. So, I did visit my boyfriend, which is usually when I buy a crap ton of cross-stitch stuff. This time, you guys will be very surprised, and he was very surprised that I did not buy much at all. I maybe spent less than $100, and one of the main things I was excited about when I went to visit him was being able to go to a cross-stitch store by him, which ended up being a needlepoint store. And I don't want to put the name here. If you follow me on Instagram, you may have seen the name of the store, but it's in Charlotte, North Carolina, if that gives any indication on what store it is. But I honestly did not feel comfortable going into the store. I feel like the lady sort of gave us a weird look when we walked in and kept tending to another customer. And I hate to say it that way, but it was sort of like in that, you know, bougie part of town where there's a lot of people who have a lot of money. And I don't know, I just felt like we walked in and she sort of just gave us like that look like, what are you doing here? And then when I told her I was a cross stitcher, she kind of was like, oh, we only do needlepoint here. And it was kind of like, whoa. So I didn't buy much. I really shouldn't have bought anything rather, but I did get some cray neck. Maybe I'll show some of those that I got. So I did up my stash in the shiny thread collection because I don't have many sparkly threads, and I don't have much experience in stitching with many sparkly threads, but I did get, I don't know how I'm going to show these. So I got a blue and a green. I think these are both number 8. She didn't have finer than that because as she, you know, made sure to tell me we don't do cross stitching. So, and I got a purple and sort of, I forget what color this is, but it's like kind of like a lavender, like a little bit lighter. I really like it. And then I got a pink and sort of like a turquoise. Kind of looks the same as the blue, but it's not. And then I got sort of a sparkly pink color as well. And then I also did get from there some of these silks. I've never stitched with silks before. And these are shiny silk threads. And I've never used this brand. I was sort of looking for a petite treasure braid, but they didn't have any of that there. Here's some red. I like the way it feels. It's like super soft. And then I got some of this purple. And she didn't have much info for me on how many strands I should use with this stuff. So if you have used these before and you can sort of help me, it just says for 18 count at the top. But then it says for cross stitch, it says 11 to 16 count. So I'm sort of, I don't know. It kind of does break off into strands, but I don't know if I'm supposed to use one strand or, I don't know. She wasn't very helpful. Another thing I got at that store though, which is kind of cool because I fly quite frequently now visiting my boyfriend. So I'm always looking for scissors that'll pass TSA regulations, which most of my scissors, I haven't had an issue, but I did get this really small pair of really strong and sharp scissors, which I really like a lot. And any more haul? I did get, I did go to Hobby Lobby, and much to my boyfriend's amusement, I only got like 2 things there. And I think one of them wasn't stitching related. So the other, I did, so the one stitching related thing I did get was this hoop, a tension hoop. I've seen other people using it and I just haven't tried it myself yet. So obviously I still haven't tried it, and I've been home for almost a month. I'm telling you, I don't know, I think now that I'm making this video, I feel like maybe my stitching bug is leaving a little bit. And my boyfriend did get me this issue of Cross Stitch Crazy, so this is, you know, poor guy. He gets me the year subscription so that he won't have to search for this magazine anymore, and the issue that I really want is the issue before my subscription kicked in. So he did end up finding it, but I really wanted it for these Stitchrovia sort of galaxy patterns. Let me see if I find the bigger one inside to show you guys, but it is super gorgeous. Here they go. And I'm planning on stitching those eventually. When, I don't know, but they are just so cool looking. I just think they are amazing. And it did come with this little, Christmas is way past now, but festive hoop kit. My mom was looking at it. Maybe she'll want to do it when Christmas time rolls around. Comes with a hoop and everything, so you can frame it right from there when you're done. And I have to say, guys, like, that is it. Oh, I did get, I'm part of K Warning, so 8-bit stitching on Etsy. I'm part of her, basically Pattern of the Month Club on Patreon. So I can insert a picture of the oh my gosh, the pattern that I did get from her, and I believe it was, I'm checking on my computer right now. I think it was yeah, I'll just insert it. I think it was Dragon Ball Z based. So that was my pattern of the month from K Warning, which was really awesome. And I'm really excited for her next, for her April exclusive pattern. If you guys, I will put a link to her Patreon below if you guys are interested in her pattern of the month club. The next one is from, oh my gosh, I can't speak today. It's from Totoro, and it's really cute. So I am super excited for that one. Anywho, on to my reading. I did get a lot of reading done while I was at my boyfriend's house. I finished 2 books. I binged. I guzzled Ready Player One. So I had heard of the book before, like in passing from friends and stuff like that. And then when I went to see Star Wars with my boyfriend in December, there was a preview for it, and he passed the book along to me, and I started it last month, and I completely binged it. I couldn't stop reading it, and so it was really amazing. I don't have the copy anymore because I gave it to him back. I really loved it. If you're into nerdy, geeky gaming culture, you will love this book. After reading the book, I sort of got the impression that the movie is going to, but we will see. So that movie comes out at the end of this month. Another book that I finished. I absolutely love Erin Hunter's Warriors series, and so I finished, this is in her Power of 3 series, and I finished Eclipse. And I have to say, these books are intense. Like, they are for, I think their reading level is 4th or 5th grade or so. But they're intense. Like, if you want easy read that has a good storyline and you sort of keep it in your head, like the audience for these readers. So, because I know a lot of people who are older and reading it, like, sort of rate it really hard, but you have to remember that these books are for children who are maybe in 4th, 5th, 6th grade. So they're not going to be like up here in terms of character development and things like that. But I was really, really happy with the character development in this book and the way the story is moving. Amazing, amazing, amazing. So those are my 2 book finishes. And guys, I have to say, I think that is it. So I want to say, oh my goodness, thank you so much for all of my new YouTube subscribers. I don't know what happened last month, but I got like 30 new subscribers or something like that, which is crazy. And I'm so grateful for every subscriber that I get. I get super excited when I get comments and when I get likes and when I get subscribers. So that really means a lot to me. And if you guys do want to come and check me out on Twitch, I will put a link to that below. I usually stream live and you get to interact with me, so it's really interactive. I'm working on something and there is a chat there and you can ask me anything basically, and I do that twice a week. And usually I'm cross-stitching, but sometimes I will play video games or I will do perler beads, and I might be doing some more knitting. So definitely come and check me out there. Thanks for watching my March video. I really appreciate all of you guys, and I am trying to catch up on my own floss tube watching. I think I have like 40 videos in my queue right now, which is crazy because I was all caught up when I was visiting my boyfriend, which was crazy. So I have to say and apologize that I haven't been watching many of the Stitch With Me videos. I've just been watching a lot of update videos, but thank goodness for being able to watch on 1.25 and 1.5 speed without it getting too garbly. But thank you guys so much, and I will see you hopefully in April. Oh my gosh, I forgot to tell you guys about April. So a little bit about my life. I work in a really progressive school in New York City, and I am going to Sweden in April, and I am really excited to see schools in Sweden and to go to Europe. I've never been overseas, so I'm really excited. I'll be going in the beginning of April, so I don't know when my next floss tube video will be, but it'll be sometime in there. So thank you guys for coming on out, and happy stitching, and I hope the frog stays far, far away. I have to say, the frog visited me a lot this month, and maybe that's why my stitchy bug is getting depleted. So if you would love to come pick up this frog, please come and get him. He is no longer welcome here. Anywho, happy stitching, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.